And let's pause here for 2 more breaths here. And when your next exhale has been completely released, let the hands float back out to the sides. Extend the legs down to the mat, extending them straight out. And then we're going to take the arms up overhead. And we're going to inhale, come into a full body stretch. So reach the hands and the feet away from each other like you're trying to reach opposite walls. Exhale, slightly release. Leave the arms and legs where they are. Inhale, nice deep full body stretch, reaching up. Exhale, slightly release. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, nice and deep, full body stretch. Exhale, let's release it. All right, inhale, full body stretch. And this time when we exhale, we're gonna hug in our right knee. Just bringing it as far as feels good. Inhale, extend it back out to full body stretch. Exhale, hug in the left knee. And just move with your breath, move with your body. Maybe you're going slower than me or faster than me, it doesn't matter. Just move with your breath. Inhale back out to full body stretch. Exhale, hug in the right knee. Inhale back out to full body stretch. Exhale, hug in the left knee. And let's do that 2 more times to each knee. And just move with your breath here. If you feel like your chin is starting to lift away and getting a little arch in your neck, just bring that chin towards your chest. And that will allow you to align up your spine and your neck. Gotta keep that healthy. And once you've finished your left knee, the last time here, come back out to that full body stretch. And then our next exhale, we're gonna hug in both knees. And then we'll meet there. And you can rock side to side. Just kind of giving your back a little massage here. Maybe add a few knee circles. And we'll settle back into neutral, hug the knees in. Awesome. Let's roll to one side, and then we're going to use our arms and our hands to press the body up. Whew, yeah. And we're going to make our way to tabletop. Or in other words, all fours. So find your alignment here. Bring those hands right down underneath your shoulders. Spread those fingers nice and wide here. Nice strong hands here. And let those knees come at hip distance apart. Sometimes I like to curl my toes under. Sometimes I let them go flat. So kind of feel around what works best for you here. And when you're in tabletop, you want to try to keep your gaze gently down at your mat. That will help keep your neck in alignment, keep your neck nice and healthy. All right. And we're going to begin some cat-cow here. So we're going to inhale as we lift the chin ever so slightly and let the belly drop towards the floor. Press into the floor with the hands. Exhale. Keep pressing into the floor with the hand. Bring the chin towards the chest. Arch the back. See if you can feel your belly button go towards your spine. Inhale. Lift back out with the chin. Let the belly drop towards the floor. Keep pressing into the floor with the hands. Exhale. Bring the chin to the chest. Arch the back. Send that belly button to the spine. Beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, lifting out, moving with your breath. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Awesome. 1 more time. Let's make our way back to neutral tabletop. So again, have that gaze gently down at your mat. All right, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift the left knee, just like a dog does at a fire hydrant. Basically, that's what we're doing. Exhale, bring it back down. Awesome. Inhale, lift the left knee and leg. Exhale, lower it back down. Keep that gaze at the mat here. Nice, gentle gaze. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, and lower. Let's do that 2 more times with your breath. Just go as high as feels good, as high as you need it. Then we'll pause here, neutral tabletop whenever you meet there. And let's do the other side here. Inhale, lifting the right leg. Exhale, lower down. Keep pressing into the floor with those hands. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. One more. Awesome. Pause here. All right, we're going to prepare for our first down dog here. So curl those toes under. I like to take my hands out a little bit further in front here. Keep those hands nice and wide here. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to send the hips up. Let the crown of the head release down. You don't have to straighten your legs here. If your knees are bent a little bit, that's totally optional, totally fine. If you want to take the feet a little bit wider than the mat, that's awesome too. There you go. So the goal, we're trying to get the heels to press towards the floor. They do not have to touch the floor. So just listen to your body. Let it go as far as feels good here. We're going to pause here for 2 more nice deep breaths in down dog. Oh, nice. Inhale, we're going to look towards our hands and we're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Bend those knees if you need to here. Inhale, half lift, slide the hands up the shin, flatten the back. Exhale, fold back down. Again, bend those knees if you need to. Inhale, we're going to circle sweep the arms out to the sides. Exhale, bring the palms together, find your heart center. Beautiful. Let's pause here. First upright position of our practice. So let's let the blood go where it needs to go here. Awesome. One more breath. All right, release the hands down. Step to the top of your mat. Get the feet right underneath your hips, coming into mountain here. Release the hands down to the sides. Take those shoulders, drag them back down. Pause here. See if you can feel all 4 corners of the feet touching the mat and see how light you can get on your feet. Maybe you tuck your pelvis in a little bit, slight bend in the knees. Breathe here. Awesome. All right, we're going to come into some sun salutations. So here we go. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, fold. Inhale, half lift, slide those hands up the shins, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, send that right foot back, finding the lunge. Now you can keep your hands right down here, or you can bring the hands up overhead with the inhale, whatever works. Exhale, we're gonna send the hands down, step the left foot back, find your plank. Maybe it's full plank, maybe it's kneeling plank, and lower down. Inhale, find your cobra. Good job. Curl the toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, we're going to bring the right foot forward, finding lunge. Again, go what feels good in your body. Exhale, send it to forward fold by bringing the left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep arms up. Exhale, heart center. Beautiful. Left side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. You can bend those knees if you need to. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. I'm going to show a modified version on this. Inhale, take the left foot back. You can drop that knee or you can leave the hands down. And then we're going to exhale, step it back to plank. I'm going to drop the knees for modified plank and lower. Inhale up to cobra. Curl the toes. I'm gonna go to tabletop first and then press to down dog for a modification. Inhale, bring the left foot forward, finding your lunge, either knee down or hands down. Exhale, send it to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up, palms together overhead. Exhale, find your heart center. Beautiful. So with the modifications, you can decide what works best for you. Full out, go full out. If you want to use the modifications, feel free to use the modifications. We're going to do 2 more rounds, 2 more on each side. Okay, here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold. Inhale, send the right foot back. Find your lunge of choice. Exhale, send it back to your plank. Again, kneeling or full out. And lower down. Inhale, cobra. Beautiful. Curl the toes. Exhale, tabletop or down dog. Inhale, send the right foot forward, finding your lunge of choice. Whatever feels good in your body. Exhale, send it to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, find your heart center. Left side. Inhale, circle, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold. Step the left foot back with your inhale. Find your lunge. Exhale, send it to your plank. And lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, find your cobra. Take it as deep as feels good. Curl the toes, tabletop or down dog. Inhale, send that left foot forward, finding your lunge of choice. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Oh, this feels good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And circle sweep up. Palms together, find your heart center. Beautiful. One more time on each side. I'll just give you a few little cues this time. Here we go. And fold. Half lift. Send the right foot back. And plank and lower. Cobra. And down dog. Right foot. Fold. Circle sweep. Left side. Circle sweep. Swan. Half lift. Left foot. Plank it out. Down dog. Left foot. Awesome. And we'll meet at Namaste Heart Center whenever you get there. Oh, yeah. Take a few breaths here. Feel the goodness of those sun salutations. There's something special about doing those. I don't know what it is. Get the whole body going. Awesome. Let's release the hands down. Find mountain. Here we go. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold it down. And from here, we're going to step it back to our down dog here. We're going to spend a few breaths here. So if you want to pedal, maybe bend one knee, kind of stretch the back of the right leg, or opposite. Some people call this walk the dog. Yeah, whatever. And let's find our neutral down dog here. Send those hips up. Take one more nice deep breath here. So we're going to look to our hands and we're going to bring our right foot forward. So we're going to stay right here, keep the hands down. We're going to make our way to warrior one here. So what we want to do is turn this back heel down. That foot's kind of down at like a 45-degree angle, okay? And we're going to check our knee here, our right knee. Make sure it's aligned with the right ankle. And then we're going to make sure that knee is lined up with that second toe. So why we do this is to keep that knee nice and healthy and aligned. Because if we don't, then the knee goes out or it goes in, and that can cause some injury or some damage. So we're going to bring ourselves up. Then we're going to take our hands to our hips and we're going to turn the hips towards the front of the mat. So if you're like here and you're like, oh, I can't get all the way around, turn this back foot in towards the middle of your body a little bit more. And then that will allow your hips to come forward more. Just depends on where your hips are in your body. Everybody's a little different. All right, now hands can stay right here at the hips. They can release to the heart center. Or if you'd like to, you can extend them up overhead. And when you do that, pretend like you're holding a beach ball up here. And then we're going to relax our shoulders. There you go. Find a focus point. And then we're going to take 3 or 4, 5, who knows, breaths. So I'll tell you when to come out. Breathe, focus. See if you can feel that breath going back down into that belly, back to that 3 or 4 count breath that we did at the very beginning. So if you're starting to feel a little shaking in your legs, don't worry about it. That means your muscles are working. Take your breath to them. Let's take 2 more breaths. You got this. All right, let's release the hands. And we're going to make our way to warrior 2. So what I like to do is walk the right foot over just a couple little steps. And then we're going to turn that back heel back to almost where it's perpendicular to the front. And what I like to do is look a couple alignment points. I like to make sure that this front heel is in line with the middle of the back foot. And then we're going to do that same thing with the knee. Make sure it's on top of the ankle and make sure it's in line with that second toe. Beautiful. Take the hands to the heart center, turning the heart center out to the long side of the mat. And then release the arms. Keep the heart center right there. Release the arms out to a T. The right arm's out front, left arm's in the back. And then we're going to turn the head and gaze over the right fingers. One more thing here. Zip up those inner thighs. Whew. Now breathe. All that, and you got to breathe too. Relax the shoulders. I always want to get tensed up. Relax. Nice deep breaths here. One more breath here in warrior 2. We're going to find peaceful warrior. So we're going to let the left hand float down to the back leg. Turn the palm of the right hand up. And then we're going to slowly lift up until the palm of the right hand is right on top of your shoulder, right in line with your body. Beautiful. This is peaceful warrior. Reverse warrior would take it into a back bend. We're not going there today. We're just going to go into peaceful warrior. If you want to go there, feel free. Breathe. Keep that lunge in the front. Don't lose that lunge. We always tend to want to straighten that leg, but yeah, there you go. Always checking that alignment. Good job. One more breath in peaceful warrior. Awesome. Take it back to warrior 2. Just let the hands float you there. Release the arms down. We're going to come into triangle. This is where you might want that block. So if it's not towards the top of your mat, go ahead and find it and then come back to this position. All right, so what we're gonna do is walk this back foot in just like heel toe a couple little steps. Arms can be down at the sides. Now we're gonna reach down, find the block, and we're gonna place it behind the right foot. All right, so the right knee is still bent a little bit. We're gonna take the hand to that block, the right hand to the block. And then we're gonna start to straighten that right leg. Both legs are now straight. Beautiful. Now we're gonna take the left hand to the heart center, and then we're gonna release it up towards the ceiling. So to check your alignment here, look up at your hand. If you have to look back or look forward to see your hand, bring it back to where it's right on top of the shoulder, looking straight up at it. You can keep looking up at the hand if you like, or you can take your gaze out the center, or you can take your gaze down to the right foot. Find what feels good. Breathe. Awesome. Let's take 2 more breaths here in triangle. All right, to come out of triangle, we're going to bring the left arm down to the hip, slightly bend the right knee, place the block out to the top of the mat, and then we're going to float up with the right arm, bring us back to warrior 2. Beautiful. Pause here for a breath. Release the hands, walk this right foot, heel toe it back over to the right side of the mat. Lift your back heel, taking you to a high lunge. Awesome. Pause here, get your balance. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, send the hands down, frame the front foot, step it back to down dog. Beautiful. Let's pause here in down dog for a few breaths. And then we're going to do that same little warrior series on the opposite side. All right, here we go. Inhale, look at the hands, bring the left foot forward, find your warrior 1. Remember all those good alignment points. Heel turn down, knee in line with the ankle and the toe. Bring the hips towards the front of the mat. Sit on top of your hips. We don't want to be leaning forward here. This is sit on top of the hips, nice, tall, straight back. Let those hands float wherever feels good here. Whatever is feeling good in your body. Always listening to your body here. Find a focal point. Pause and breathe. Ooh, let's get 1. Remember, you're holding that beach ball up here. Let's take 2 more breaths here in warrior 1. Awesome. Let's release the hands down. Walk this left foot over towards the right. Line it up with that back foot. Get that knee aligned again. Bring the hands to the heart center, turning the heart center to the long side of the mat, and then slowly extend the arms out to a T. Left arm is in front, right arm in the back. Relax your shoulders. One more thing, zip up those inner thighs. Breathe. I like to look out the front left fingers, just a nice gaze out past the fingers. Take some nice deep breaths here. Let's take 2 more breaths here in warrior 2. All right, let's find reverse or peaceful warrior. Let the right hand float down to the left leg. The left palm faces the ceiling. Release that left hand up. Don't lose that lunge in the front. The gaze can be right up to the hand. Find a spot in the ceiling to help you keep your balance. Let's pause here for 3 more breaths. Let that left hand guide you back to warrior two. Pause here in warrior two for a breath. All right, we're going to make that transition to triangle. Release the hands. Walk that back foot in just a couple little steps. Reach down, find your block. Put it right outside the left foot. Left hand to the block. Straighten that left leg. Beautiful. Take the right hand to the heart center and release it up. Again, check that alignment of that arm up high. Make sure it's right in line with your view. Snap, crackle, pop on my hips and back. That's what I like about this pose. It really helps with the back, the low back. Breathe here. Let's take 2 more breaths here in triangle. Right, slight bend as we release the right arm down. Bend the left knee, set the block out to the top of the mat, and let the left arm guide you back up to warrior two. Pause here for a breath. Let's release the hands down, walk the left foot back out to the left side. Lift that right heel, come and find your high lunge. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, send the hands down, and we're going to step into forward fold here. We're just going to hang here in forward fold. You can let the hands wrap around the elbows if that feels good. Maybe just kind of sway side to side. Let the crown of the head release down. Your head should be, neck should be nice and relaxed here. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Dangling down. All right, let's release the hands back to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, slide the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up, overhead. Bring the palms together up, overhead. Exhale, find your heart center. Beautiful, let's pause here. I'm gonna turn and face you. You guys stay right where you are. All right, we're gonna make our way to a tree balance pose. So we're gonna start with the left leg. So we're gonna lift the right heel. Get your weight into the left leg. Feel balanced. And then we're gonna let that right foot either release to the ankle, if that feels good. Maybe it releases to the calf. Maybe it releases all the way up to the inner thigh. So go where you can be balanced. This is about balance. So find that focal point in front of you. Hands can go right here where they are. They can release out to the sides, up overhead. Once you feel your balance, we're gonna pause for 5 or 6 really nice deep breaths. Here we go. Now one more breath here. Awesome. Release down. And we're going to take a moment in between. So just kind of walk out the legs. All right, here we go. Settle into your mountain. Get the weight into the right leg by lifting the left heel. Feel that balance. All right, then let that left foot go wherever it needs to go. It might be the same, it might be different on this side. Please never put your foot directly on your knee, though. It should be either above or below the knee. Find your focus point. Breathe. Take one more breath. You got it. Hang in there. All right, let's lower down. Oh, come back to your mountain pose at the top of your mat here. Circle, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold it down. We're going to find our block with our hands here. And we're going to slowly walk the right foot back. Oh, maybe like 2, maybe 3 steps. And we're going to turn the hips towards the front of the mat. So turn that right foot in. And then we're going to slowly let the hips release back. So it's getting a nice stretch along the back of the legs up to the small of the back. Possibly let that crown of the head relax down. Shake that head yes or no to make sure it's relaxed. This is called pyramid. We're going to pause here for a few breaths. Both legs should be straight here, as straight as possible. Let's take one more breath, pyramid on this side. Okay, bring the right foot back in. Oh, maybe bend the knees a little bit. All right, let's pyramid on the opposite side. So we're going to let the left foot step back, maybe 2, maybe 3 steps. Don't go too far back because we're going to let those hips release back, straightening both legs. Shake that head yes or no to make sure it's nice and relaxed. Breathe here. So if you don't need the block, you can let the block go and goes all the way down to the floor. And so just kind of play around with what feels good in your body here. Let's take 2 more breaths. All right, let's bring the left foot in, find forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And we're gonna step it back to down dog here. Take 2 breaths here in down dog. All right, we're gonna drop the knees down to tabletop. All right, we're gonna come into a modified side plank here. So we're gonna turn the right foot out kind of like at a 45-degree angle and kind of kickstand that leg there, okay? We're gonna get our weight into our right arm and our right knee, and then we're gonna let the left leg float back. Beautiful. And then we're gonna let the left arm float up towards the ceiling. So this is a modified side plank. So check that alignment of that arm, just like when we were in triangle. You want to make sure that that arm is right in alignment. So if you feel like you want to go to full plank, you can let the right foot extend down to the left foot. Or you can come into kneeling half moon, lifting the left leg. Ooh, yeah. Take 1 more breath. We'll lower back down, find your tabletop. We'll pause here. And then we'll start with that modified plank on the opposite side. Blank, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, kickstand that left leg out. Get your weight into the left hand. Let the right leg float back. We'll send that right arm up towards the sky. Again, you can stay right here in modified. You can go into full side plank, or you can go into kneeling half moon. So find what feels good here. We're gonna pause for 3 or 4 more nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. All right, let's lower down to tabletop. All right, let's do a few rounds of cat-cow here. We're going to inhale, lift out with the chin, belly drops towards the floor. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest, arch the back. And press into the floor with those hands here. Inhale, lift up, belly drops. Exhale, chin to chest. Let's do 2 more. Swallow your breath. Keep pressing into the floor with the hands. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Make your way back to neutral tabletop. And we're going to take the knees really nice and wide here, maybe even off the mat. We're going to kiss those toes together in the back. And then we're going to release the hips down towards the heels. And then we're going to slowly let that heart center melt down, coming into wide knee child's pose. Let the crown of the head, the forehead, release down to the mat. And we'll pause here for about 3 or 4 really nice deep breaths. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Awesome. Slowly walk it back out to tabletop. Take your time here. All right, we're going to bring the knees and the legs together. And we're going to curl those toes under. This is probably one of my favorite poses in the summertime. I'll explain when we get there. Let the hips release back to the heels. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Oh, yeah. So this is why I like it in the summertime. We always wear flip-flops or flat shoes, and that's really bad on our plantar fasciitis. So if we do this pose, this is called broken toe pose. So if you can do this a couple times, maybe first thing in the morning or before you go to bed, this feels really good. Now, some people, this might be a little tense. So what you can do is take a blanket or a block or something, put it in between the legs, and you can still get the effect of the stretch. Maybe not quite as intense. So pause here for 2 more breaths. Yeah. All right, let's uncurl the toes. We're gonna let the hips relax down to one side, swing the legs around, and we're gonna get our block and we're gonna make sure we have it off to our side here. Just let it sit off to the side, and we're gonna make our way down to our backs here. So once you're down on your back here, whatever you need for Shavasana, make sure you have that close by too. Forgot to warn you about that. And we're just gonna pause here in corpse pose. Just let everything relax out. Tuck that chin in. And we're just gonna take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And I breathe. All right, one at a time, we're gonna bring the feet to the mat, sitting them right at the sit bones position here. I want you to reach down with your fingertips, and I want you to be able to brush your heels with your fingertips. That lets you know that your feet are in the right spot. Just barely brush them. All right, make sure you have your block close by. We're gonna inhale, lift the hips, press into the floor with feet, and we're gonna take this block, whatever setting you wanna put it on. You can put it on the mid setting, the low setting, and we're gonna slide that block underneath the hips. Make sure it's underneath the hips, not the low back. We don't want to damage our back here. And we're just going to let the hips sink into that block. This is called supported bridge. Release the arms out to the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Tuck that chin into the chest. And we're going to breathe here. Let those hips relax. All right, if you're happy right here, you can stay right here. But if you'd like to join me, I'm going to take my right leg, extend it straight out, and then let the heel come in contact with the mat. And do the same thing with the left leg. So you might need to adjust the bridge position of the block here. It might be too intense or might need a little bit more. What you're getting here is a nice front line body stretch. We spend all of our time hunched over phones and computers, and this really opens up the body, allows the body to counterbalance all that computer, phone, hunched over feel. Pause here, breathe. If at any time this feels uncomfortable, come back to that supported bridge here. And we're going to take 2 more nice deep breaths here. All right, 1 foot at a time, bring it back to that supported bridge position. Take your time. Brush your heels with your fingertips. Make sure the feet are back where they need to be. Releasing the arms back out. Inhale, lift the hips just high enough to where you can take that block and slide it out. Let it set it off to the side. And then we're going to slowly, with our exhale, come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Maybe even pausing partway through. Take another inhale. Exhale. The rest of the way down, nice and slow. Feeling those vertebrae touch the mat. This is really healthy for your back to do this nice and slow instead of just plopping it down. Tailbone touches the mat. Awesome. Let's hug in our knees and just rock side to side. Massage that low back. All right, let's come into supine twist. So we're going to take the right hand and we're going to guide the knees down to the right. The left arm relaxes out into a T off to the side, palm facing the ceiling. So just let those knees go as far as feels good here. And then we're going to let our breath go to where we need it here. It might be the low back, might be the left hip. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Let's take 2 more breaths here on this side. On your next inhale, bring the knees back to center. And then we're going to exhale the opposite direction. Left hand guides the knees down to the left. Right arm floats out to a T. Breathe. Let's take 1 more breath. Bring those knees to center, hug them in. Send the feet down to the mat. We're going to come into that supine butterfly that we started out our practice with. So bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees relax out. And just take notice of how this feels as compared to the beginning of the practice. Take a few nice deep breaths here. One more breath here. Slowly bring the knees back together. Walk the feet out to the edge of the mat, just slightly wider than your hips here. And we're going to do a few windshield wipers here. Inhale with the knees center. Exhale, release the knees down to the right. Nice and slow with your breath. Inhale, slowly bring them back to center, following your breath. Exhale, nice and slow down to the left. So just imagine your legs are on the slowest windshield wiper setting on your car, and just continue inhaling center, exhaling to the right. Oh yeah. Inhale center, exhale left. Let's do that 2 more times to each side. Just follow your breath. Awesome. Next time your knees are back at center, we'll pause and meet there. And at this time, if there's anything else that you'd like to take care of for your body, maybe it's another twist, maybe it's a full body stretch, maybe it's a happy baby, maybe it's hugging the knees in. So just take a moment, take care of whatever else feels good to you. We'll take about 3 breaths, just taking care of ourselves. All right. Wherever you are, begin to make your way down for your Shavasana pose. Whatever that feels like, whatever support you might want, maybe cover with a blanket. You know, it sounds a little crazy to cover with a blanket when it's warm, but trust me, it helps the body to relax. The body cools off really quickly too after getting nice and warm. If you have an eye pillow, let that release to your eyes. Helps the body to relax even more. And we're going to try to let go of every muscle here. Don't try to hold anything in any certain place or position. Starting to feel the muscles and the bones get really heavy here. The breath starts to slow down. Eyes fall back into the sockets as you close your eyes. And we're going to pause here and rest for several minutes. So I'll bring you together at the end. So take this time and enjoy your rest. Slowly let your breath come back into your awareness here. Remaining as still as you can. Just allow your breath to move through your body. Add some small bodily movements, fingers, toes, ankle, wrists, slowly bringing your body back to your space. And when it feels right to you, slowly roll to one side and pause on that side for a breath or two. And when it feels right in your body, use your arms and your hands. Slowly press your body upright. Make those arms and hands do the work. Yeah. Bring yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Release the hands out to the sides. Take one more nice deep inhale together. Arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale. Find your heart center. Bow ever so slightly to yourself. And thank yourself for allowing your body this time in your day to breathe and stretch and just make all those connections in your body to help you to have the best day possible. And I thank you so much for joining me. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. All right, thank you all very much. And as always, be well. That felt good.